Hello there, my name is PolishLynx and welcome to Homeward, where we are going with Operation Little Sister. And don't get the wrong idea here, it's not that kind of operation. Oh, and there are piñatas over here as well. I think that are piñatas, at least that one. Never mind. I could hardly wait until this Saturday. On Friday, I took a trip with Haruka to the grocery store to buy some ingredients for our bento. I suppose Hanami calls for dango, doesn't it? Dango. Alright, let's grab this and that. I guess even Haruka was getting fired up over this. Pretty soon, our shopping basket was filled with ingredients. All of a sudden, my stomach rumbled. I guess all the shopping made me hungry. Yeah, me too. We just had to head to the adjacent bread shop and buy something to eat. I don't know, but for some reason I smell from this character of Haruka something like on Sun Rider from one of the characters. And to be honest, I did not like that character, so if you watch my Sun Rider playthrough, actually Sun Rider Liberation Day playthrough, you would know who I'm talking about. And I smell she's like that. Too bad, it looks like they're out of Donald's twist. Does Saionji sound like those? Yeah, I think they're best. What about the hot dog pan? Having ketchup on over regular bread's just a bit. Yeah, they're actually pretty good. Well, if you say so, I guess I could try one. Well then, I think I'll have the yakisoba pan. Seriously, there were the strangest kinds of bread in Japan. I had no idea what some of these stuff here even tasted like. Luckily, I managed to find something that looked familiar. Oh, actually, this pain au chocolat looks pretty nice. Oh, Saionji is amazing. What? I was just thinking how nice it would be if I could speak French. Oh, well, I'm actually not that great with French, since I've only lived there for 2 years. I'm a little envious. Yeah. We finished shopping and went to the park to eat our bread. We sat down on a bench and started eating our breads. Okay, the park always gave such a nice view of the town. Saionji-san must be so lucky to have been to live in so many places. I wouldn't say so. I guess so. Not really. My greatest wish was that I could have just lived in one place. Exactly. To be able to meet new people in so many countries, to taste the food of the world, and to see so many different things. It sounds so nice. Yeah. It actually never felt like I belonged with anyone. No matter where I went, I was always a foreigner. Even if I made friends with people, I guess I felt left out whenever they would talk about past events like middle school sports competitions or teachers from elementary school. I had not been a part of those long days because of circumstances completely outside my control. I lacked the experiences that everyone else had. Yeah, I've only lived in this town for my entire life. I guess you could call me a little boring. Even without that, I feel like I could. Nonami is better, okay? But that's precisely what I wanted the most. Still, I tried my best to get to know people. Even if I didn't have many past experiences together with others, I thought that I could make new memories with them. But even that was pointless. As soon as I grew close to someone, it was always time to move to a different place. All getting to know somebody was make our inevitable goodbye even more painful. I'm sorry. Huh? Why? It seems like I've said something irresponsible. It must mean a lot of trouble to move so much. How did Haruka know what I was thinking? I can't even say a word to her. Oh my god, she can read minds. I'm afraid of her. It all sounds really exciting on paper, but going through with it yourself must be pretty tiring, huh? Yeah, it really is pretty rough. You miss the people you left behind, and it's hard meeting new people because you never know when you're going to move again. I guess I'm the lucky one. We finished eating our bread. Well, shall we get gimmick? Yeah. We made our way back home. After making some plans for tomorrow, we parted ways. Our homes weren't that close to each other. Saturday morning came. Luckily, it was a bright blue day. I was worried that it would rain or something. I had dropped some mentions of going out on a trip to Sora the last couple of days. Now let's see if she got the message. I gave her door a few knocks. Sora, it's me. There wasn't a response. Usually I'd give up, but today I had to try harder. It's a nice bright day. Let's take a trip somewhere and check out the sakura before very on. We can eat a lot of good food too, like dango. Unexpectedly, the door opened and the sleepy-looking Sora with tangled hair poked her head out. There you are. So, how about it? A trip? Without a word, Sora sanked over to the washroom. I guess that meant a yes. She eyed me a bit suspiciously before closing the door behind her. Then I heard it lock. Well, I wasn't exactly thinking of peeping on my own sister. Whatever, I guess I had some time before Sora was ready. As I went downstairs, I heard the doorbell ring. That must be Haruka. I opened my door and let her inside. Good morning. Good morning. What are you wearing? That upper, this black thing. Why? Something like that. Never mind. How's your sister doing? Well, she should be getting ready, I think. Yeah, I can help out with anything you need. Thanks, I get a feeling I will need it. She sort of came downstairs with a gloom expression on her face. I guess she didn't like being woken up. But then I guess it wasn't that different from how she usually looked. I stood up from my chair and introduced Haruka to her. This is the inch of my class, Nakamiya Haruka-san. Sora-chan, it's nice to meet ya. Eh? Sora eyed Haruka with apprehension and hid behind me as if she was hiding from a predator. Sora, you can't... you two must be pretty close already, huh? Not at all. Not really, most of the time Sora just ignored me. Shh. I had no idea she'd be so antisocial as to hide behind my back rather than speak to another person. And from Haruka of all people, I don't even want to imagine what was going to happen with Nonami. She will be best friends with Nonami, I'm telling you that. All I knew was that today was going to be an interesting day. I walked out of the house with Sora in tow. Literally, she was walking behind me while holding the back of my shirt, eyeing the neighborhood as if ninjas were hiding behind every corner, waiting to kidnap her. By the way, where are we going to meet up with Nonami? Nona just said that she'd meet us at the train station. Right, actually, I never rode the train since I got here. Don't worry, I can help you if anything comes up. Pretty soon we arrived at the train station. It was rather convenient, because it was right beside the new mall. I saw Nonami waving at us near the bus station. She ran over to us. Nice, blue spring day, for our Hanami party, huh? Oh, you must be Sora-chan. I'm your brother's old pal, Kitahara Nonami, but just call me Nona-chan, okay? That's what everyone calls me. And she's afraid again. Sora once again disappeared behind my back. Sora? I face-palmed in dismay. You could have at least said hello. She doesn't speak much, does she? Nope. But then you more than make up for that. Anyways, let's get going. We walked into the train station. Haruka pointed me out to the coin machines where I could buy tickets. We're going to get off at the Sanjo station. It should be 340 yen for each ticket. I fed the machine a 1,000 yen bill and bought 2 tickets. It dispensed the tickets and spewed out change. I had better get a coin per shuk sometime soon. Getting used to the 100 yen coins was going to take a while. After having bought the tickets, we went through the machine dividers and then climbed the stairs to the station platforms. I looked around. It'd been such a long time since I ever rode a train. The station was surprisingly quiet. You would think that normally there would be a major hustle and bustle, but in fact, everyone seemed to either be lining up for a train or sitting on a chair reading a newspaper. Well, I guess you were supposed to be quiet here. A bell chimed above us and a machine recording of a shooting lady told us a Middle Express train was approaching, bound for the Mashiyanagi. I probably spelled it very wrong. Here comes our train now. We need to get on this one. The train whooshed past us and hummed to a stop. Its doors opened, letting out a few people. We entered the train and found the seats. I heard rumors about really crowded Japanese trains, but that didn't actually seem like the case. There was hardly anyone on this train. Pretty soon the doors closed again and the train hummed to a start. It sounded slick and smooth, more like a quiet hybrid car than one of those rambling diesel trains that you see traversing across America. The inside of the train was as quiet as the station. Nobody here really spoke that loudly, did they? As the train made its way, I looked out the window. We had now left the town and entered a patch of farmland. It was weird seeing rice paddies right next to the city, but in a small country like this, there wasn't a lot of space for agriculture. In the distance, several mountain ranges lined the blue sky. Even though we were less than 3 minutes out from the city, it seemed like we had entered a totally different place. Haruka looked out the window with me, enjoying the scenery. I rode on this line every day to get to school. It's always the most beautiful this time of the year, at the beginning of spring. Amazing! It's amazing how there's farmland right next to the city. It's definitely better to look at that than apartments. Beside me, though, I could see that Nanami was getting bored. She gave a loud yawn and started fidgeting around with one of her twin tails. I guess the whole Japanese serenity thing didn't go that well for her. Look at who's losing their roots now. She spun her hair around one of her fingers. Then she started chewing on its edges in her mouth. What? What? I'm hungry! That doesn't mean that you can start eating your own hair. How embarrassing. We can eat once we arrive in Kyoto, Nona-chan. Okay. After about half an hour of riding the train, we arrived at Kyoto. We got out of the train station and found a place where we could sit down to eat. Whew, looks like we weren't the only people who came here to see the sakura blossoms. This place was actually pretty crowded. We somehow managed to find a seat. It sure is pretty. It's a good thing we came here, huh? Kyoto definitely beats the sight of the river any day. I definitely like Kyoto the best when the sakura blossoms are in bloom. I was enjoying the scenery too, but couldn't help but worry about Sora. She hadn't said anything much the whole day. Are you hungry, Sora? Let's eat now. Sora grabbed on the cuff on my shirt's arm and nodded. Well, at least she was acting more like a little sister at least. Ta-da! Here's my contribution to our meal. Only the freshest ingredients used, got from the high seas of Japan. It's sushi. Nanami proudly opened her bento box and revealed a formation of delicious-looking sushi. My mouth started watering. Nanami might look as if she'd be bad at cooking, but she was still the daughter of a family restaurant owner. I guess mine is a bit more traditional. Haruka opened her bento box, revealing rows of tamagoyaki, a compartment of fried vegetables with octopus sausages and even fried eel. Alright, fried eel. We all dug into our foods. Hey, Sora-chan, do you like spicy stuff? Sora frowned and shook her head. Well, you just happen to be looking at the master of Wasabi. Nanami took a massive glob of wasabi and put it on top of her sushi. Okay, the music indicates that was a very bad idea. And I think the same track was actually used in Sunrider Mask of Arcadius at some point. Don't tell me she was going to eat that. Oh man, you are not seriously going to eat that, right? Are you? Your head is going to explode if you do that. Nanami suddenly turned and faced with a dead serious look on her face. Tell me, Riku, are you a man? Yes? Show me, prove yourself, Riku. Nanami pointed her chopsticks at me as if challenging me to a death match. It's time to duel! Wasn't she a little bit too old to still be watching that show? Nanami was probably trying to cheer up Sorafa. I guess I had no choice but to play along. Oh boy, I hope this doesn't end with what I think it will. Well, I'm sorry to tell you this now, but I'm actually pretty good at handling spicy food. In fact, I have to say, most of Japanese food tastes kind of bland to me. I know, it must be because everything here comes in only 3 taste tests, A traitor to his nation! You must suffer for your treason! Nami squeezed the wasabi tube over my sushi, unloading a massive glob of wasabi. Prepare yourself! We raised our wasabi sushi with our chopsticks and held them to our mouths. Beside me, I saw Haruka biting her nails, about to cover her eyes with her hands. Yeah, I definitely couldn't blame her, knowing what was going to happen next. I tried my best not to tremble as I held the wasabi sushi. There was no way I was going to look like a coward in front of Nanami. We sunk our sushi into our mouths. It's good, delicious. We both simultaneously leapt from our seats and lunged for the water bottle. This was a do or die situation. I gave Nanami a shove and grabbed on the bottle and chugged it down. She counter-attacked and snatched the bottle away as it was still in my mouth. Now actually milk would be good, because milk is good for spicy stuff. So you don't feel that much of spiciness. I think, at least. I remember such a theory. I never practiced it. No mind! I grabbed for anything to whack Nanami with. The first thing that came to hand was a package of melon pan. Melon pan? Oh well, this will have to do. I swatted Nanami in the head with the package again, as if I was trying to flatten a bag that was crawling across her hair. Nanami shouted each time I whacked her, spilling water from her mouth. My head was splitting in half and my nose was bleeding needles. I didn't know whether to snatch the water bottle away or just roll on the ground in pain. Saionji-san, just hit the melon pan! The obvious solution is always the one that's overlooked. I tore open the package, only to drop the melon pan on the ground. It hit the ground with a stupid plop and got caked with sand. No! In despair, I grabbed onto my head and started banging it against the table. Pain, despair, suffering! All of a sudden, I felt someone whack something against my head. Stupid Riku! Sora looked angry at me and offered me a cup of miso soup. Relief at last. I gulped down the entire cup and collapsed on the table. Hi. Saionji-san! Phew, good thing I had the water bottle, or else I would have been doomed. Hahaha. Damn you, Nanami. I regained consciousness and whipped the tears away from my eyes. Hey, wait a minute. Sora, did you just talk? Eh? Sora shook her head violently, from side to side. No way, I swear I heard you say, "Stupid Riku," just a moment ago. Sora pouted and stuffed a tamagoyaki into her mouth. So we can talk, although you could have said something a little bit nicer. Oh, are you one of those girls that they call a tsundere, Sora-chan? I hear that term used a lot on late-night comedy talk shows, but I wasn't really sure what it meant. Even though I swore I had heard Sora's voice, she remained silent for the rest of lunch. I guess she wasn't going to open up so easy. Still, it was a good progress considering that the day had only begun. After we finished lunch, we walked through an old-fashioned neighborhood. Traditional-looking shops lined the street, selling things like red bean, sweets, and green tea. This place is called Gion. Saionji-san. It's a pretty famous area of Kyoto because it's one of the last geisha districts in Japan. Oh, that reminds me, isn't this place where they filmed that one geisha movie? I don't think I've ever seen it. Seriously? Never mind. I have no idea what they're talking about, but never mind. I wasn't particularly a big moviegoer, so I didn't know what movie Nami was referring to. Just a little distance away, I could see a woman in a kimono with white powder on her face. Could she be a real-life geisha? She took out a cell phone and took a photograph of herself posing in front of a statue. I guess not. We took a walk through the quaint neighborhood. I was amazed to see signs over some of the stores, proudly proclaiming, "In business since 1460, goddamn. Since 1435. I guess this part of Kyoto really was old. After a bit of walking, we arrived at the hill. We're almost there. Just up this hill is Kiyomizu-dera. I've been here for the Sakura Blossom since middle school. I guess we never had a reason to come back, huh? We climbed up the hill and came upon a massive temple. Whoa, I wasn't expecting something this huge to be hidden up here. Haruka took out her cell phone and snapped a photograph of it. Saionji-san, this is Kyosumizu Kyosumizu. Oh my god, 3 AM, yeah. Kyosumizu-dera. You could say it's one of the most well-known temples in Kyoto. Yeah, I've seen a lot of pictures of it on travel brochures. Although I didn't expect it to be this big. That's what she said. Come on guys, I wanna go inside. We bought tickets into the temple and went inside. Then we walked over to a wooden platform that overlooked the mountains. Hey Rikun, this is the stage of Kyosumizu-dera. They said that if you jump off from here with just a parasol and you survive the landing, then your true love will fall for you. What? I walked over to the edge of the stage and looked down. A line of cherry trees lined the wooden structure. It was a perilous drop, but maybe the cherry branches might break your fall. Even though I would have liked to find true love, I sure wouldn't jump off this temple. Still, the stage gave a really soothing view of the mountains. I relaxed on the wooden railing and took in the scenery. To the left was a green mountain, dotted occasionally with pink sakura trees. To my right was the glittering city of Kyoto. In the distance, I could see Kyoto Tower, poking out above the other buildings. Relaxing trips like this were good once in a while. Heh, the mountain air is really relaxing, isn't it? Yeah. It feels strange being here. Places like this have a certain feeling to them. I think I felt it a long time ago, but it was all just a dream and it never ever happened. But something about this place feels familiar, as if I've been here before. But then everything feels new to me too. All of this new and welcoming at the same time. Yeah, it sounds like Saionji-san missed his home. Yup, I did. But deep down I knew this wasn't my home either. They say that birds and other animals imprint on their surroundings early in their infancy, and they come to believe that the things they imprinted on are their homes. Maybe a long time ago I imprinted here. It could have been on a school field trip or something. Who knows? But since then so many things had happened. Everyone else had continued with their lives, while I was far away in a completely different land. This was supposed to be my home, but somehow it still felt foreign. I had become a tourist in my own land. Welcome back, Saionji-san. Thanks for bringing me here, Nakamiya-san. For it wasn't really your idea. Never mind. I'm happy to have helped. I heard Nanami shout behind me. Oh, come on guys, I wanna go get my love fortune. What was he talking about this time? Should we get going? Yeah, let's go. We walked over to another shrine that was right next to the temple. This is a pretty popular shrine for young people. See those two stones here? They say that if you can walk across from one stone to the other with your eyes closed, you will find true love soon. Another superstition? But let's try. You can also make prayers for dating and romance at the shrine. Hank and Emma praying for divine intervention in love, or by a fortune that predicts if your crush likes you. There's sure are a lot of true love spells here. This time, I'll get it for sure. Nanami walked over to one of the stones and dropped her hands around her face. I could already imagine one of 12 different ways this could go horribly wrong. Nanami began marching towards the other rock. It took less than 3 steps before she was off alignment. She missed the other rock completely and started marching towards an expensive-looking golden statue of a religious icon. Not good. I ran towards Nami and grabbed her hand before she crashed into the statue and knocked it over. That would probably have put a curse on Nami for the rest of her life. Hey, what's your name? I'm trying to interfere with my love quest. Nope, you idiot. I just saved you from divine punishment. I rotated Nami around so that she faced the other stone and put her on her way back. Just then, an elderly lady came in between Nami and the stone. At this rate, Nanami was going to bowl right through her. I ran towards Nanami again and grabbed her. What's the big idea? This is the only hope I have, damn it! No. True love isn't worth trampling the elderly over. I waited until the old lady passed and then released Nanami. Just then, I heard the thump of someone's shoes hitting the stone. Ah, I did it! Fuck. I have a bad feeling about this. I was busy trying to save Nanami. Haruka had walked across the stones by herself. Nanami's jaws dropped. Eh? No way, if I got beaten by Haruka, I should know Haruka would get a lovely boyfriend before me. Which I don't really understand. I would go with Nanami. Really? She's cheerful and so on. Oi. I guess today was just my day, London. No fun. Haruka had a pretty satisfied smile on her face for. I guess girls really believe in this kind of stuff. Well, some girls, anyways. Sora looked at us as if we were morons and shook her head to herself. Wait a minute. Upon closer inspection, I saw that she was holding a small slip of paper. Wait a minute. Sora, is that a love fortune? Eh? Sora stuffed the thing into her pocket and looked away. So it was, huh? I guess not even Sora was immune to this temple. Haruka came beside me and smiled, a little bit too close. Shall we get going, Sayori-san? No! Please, no, god damn it! Okay, now I need to really focus on the game. We need to get things straight with Sora, so great brother-sister relationship, and we need to get in relationship with Nanami. You know, go away. I have a bad feeling about her, okay? I know this is not Sun Rider, but still, I feel like she's like the character I don't like in Sun Rider. God damn it. And I won't tell you who that is, of course. To get it done, Nami marched beside me and slung her arms around my neck, as if we were two guy friends. Well, we still need to get a group photograph of us taken in front of the Kyusumi stage, don't we, Riku? Maybe we should buy green tea ice cream on our way down. Would Saionji sound like that? Riku, did you know that there are green tea Kit Kats that they only sell on the hills of Kiyomizu-dera? Killers were truly fearsome creatures when they get aggressive. After taking some more photographs, we walked down the steps of the temple and came upon a water basin. This is where the mountain spring collects. You can go up inside the pavilion and take a drink from one of the 3 streams using that long scoop. If I'm remembering it right, I think the first stream gives you intelligence, while the second stream gives you good health, and the third stream gives you true love. Yeah, not more of this true love stuff again. I swear, if all this true love business actually worked, I'd be surrounded with girls by now. Wait. But I wasn't really like that with Nanami and Haruka yet, and Sora was my sister. Not yet, and what am I thinking? I mean, I was just a stranger to them, and I'm sure I'll have their own lives to take care of. I was just barging into their lives by coming in the middle of everything. Hey, Saionji-san? Well, sorry, I was dozing off. Eh? Haruka was looking at me kind of suspicious, as if she knew what I was thinking. You see, that's what I don't like as well. She knows. She can read mind, okay? She was really fearsome at reading my mind. Exactly. That's a no for you. Well, let's go. Magical powers notwithstanding, I wasn't particularly eager about drinking from a mountain stream using a 2-meter long scoop, so I was glad Nanami and Haruka didn't seem interested either. Besides, the line was pretty long and the water was probably freezing cold. We walked away and left the temple. Yeah, well, that was pretty interesting. After spending some time touring other temples, we had returned to downtown Kyoto. By now the sun was already gone and it was time to go home. We got back on the train and returned home. Okay... Let's continue. Until the next day, I sat around the living room, relaxing my legs. Phew, we should walk around out today. Just then Sora came out of the bathroom, her hair still a bit wet. Can I use the bathroom? It's been a pretty long day. Did you have fun today, Sora? You're always so tight-lipped. I was worried about you. Thanks, Riku. Yes! I turned around and faced Sora. It wasn't a problem. I'm glad to hear you had fun. It was the most fun I had in a while. Oh, don't shut yourself up in your room and never say anything, okay? You can always come to talk to me if something is the matter. I live one door next to you, you know. And you'll have to start going to school too. Mom's not going to be with us from now, and Father's is busy, so I'll do my best to take care of you, okay? Just don't shrug me off and ignore me. I'm your brother, after all. Sorry. Anyways, if you have any problems, you should come talk to me instead of shutting yourself in your room. No. I'm not used to having someone care for me. But I don't have the idea either, so... I'll be in your care from now, Riku. I'll be counting on you too, Sora. Maybe. I stood from my seat and patted Sora on the head. It's kind of lonely this house, but you'll have me and I'll have you. And we can't be alone together, right? Sorry. I'm not used to being in a family or having people around me. But didn't you live here with Mom? She was never there. But what about friends at school? I haven't gone in a year. But why didn't anyone do anything? No one cared. Sorry. I didn't know something like that happened. I feel like I've been abandoned. Mother just wanted to get rid of me, to forget about me. I feel like a deer loser in a large forest. Empty, dark, tall woods everywhere, no path anywhere. Like a lost butterfly in the wind, floating, fluttering with winds, where it would end up completely up to chance. I was scared that I would be alone forever, that everyone would want to get rid of me. So much that I didn't even want to meet anyone. I wrapped my arms around Sora and gave her an embrace. Don't worry about things like that from now, okay? I'll be here with you from now on. To tell the truth, it was always the same way with Father. He was never around either, and I didn't really fit in well abroad either. I was afraid that I always be alone, that I'd just lose the people I cared about again and again. But that was wrong, because I met you, right? Someone who knows. Riku! Sora raised her arms. I felt her frail grip around my shoulders. Shh, don't cry, Sora. I'm sorry, I'll try to be a good girl from now. It was a large forest we were in, trees that reached up into the air and blocked out the sky surrounded us. Thick roots tangled through the muddy ground, threatening to trip us at any moment. Thick fog blinded us. There was nothing but the cry of the birds to keep us company. But, so long as this dew had a butterfly to guide it, it couldn't be that bad. Sora, you don't have to be alone from now, because I'll be here. It's nice having someone who understands close to you. Promise, you'll never leave me. I won't be alone again. It's a promise. I'm your brother, Sora. We'll always have each other. I could feel our heart thumping. I had never been this close to anyone in my life. It was a little bit awkward, but it felt reassuring as well. I closed my eyes. It almost felt as if I was covered with a warm blanket. From now, I had to take care of Sora, no matter what. I couldn't disappoint her. And me, you can't disappoint me. She was counting on me. Was this what being an older brother felt like? I can't answer your question, but I would say at some point, yes. That was the story of how Sora moved into my house. Back then, all I could think about was being a reliable brother to her. How little did I know. Events would unfold that would make me have to be much more to her than that. The story of that year was beginning, the only year when I felt like I belonged, the only year when I was loved, the year when I came back home. And this is where we end the episode. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Yeah, see you in the next one. And Sora looking good in the uniform, by the way. Alright, bye.